All right, we're here. We're live. We did it. We made it. We made it, fam. Every single stream feels like an accomplishment because it is. Hello, Corrigan. It's so nice to see you in the chat. Technical issues. I'm going to say it every time because it's always going to be true. Streaming is hard. There's pressing the go live button, an accomplishment every time. You are so right. I should pat myself on the back for it more. There's just so many factors. Everything goes wrong all the time. So the saga, right, is that I'm trying to get my MacBook, which is over here, to hook up to my stream PC, which is over here. And now we have the correct cables, but it's not recognizing that the monitor I'm plugging into it is a video source. So still not working. That's fine. We'll try again next time. It's fine. I can do it all on one computer. It's just I'm used to typing on my Mac and such. And that's where, like, if I ever do stream coding in like VS Code, that's where it's all set up. This is literally just set up for streaming at the moment. All I've done is set up OBS on it. So it's kind of a blank slate of a computer, as it were. But it's fine. We made it. And that's the important part. And I've got, this time it's not an iced coffee because the weather is relatively cool. It just hit 80. So it's been like in the 70s this morning, which is basically fall in Texas. So I have a hot coffee. Well, a formerly hot coffee. So maybe it is an iced coffee. I have a lukewarm coffee, and it's pumpkin spice with pumpkin spice creamer, doubling up on the pumpkin spice there. So I hope you have been having a good morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time zone you're in. And I hope you're ready to have some chill coding vibes, which I can say that because my partner is not in the chat yet, and his username is Coding Vibe. So what are we doing? We are doing freeCodeCamp. We are doing the JavaScript course to do the JavaScript Bootcamp. No, I don't want to discover Microsoft 365. Thank you, new computer. So it gives you a graph kind of like GitHub, and it doesn't look like much. But I wanted to start out here and be like, wow, look at what we've accomplished here. We've done the responsive web design certification. It looks like a little certification. Look at that. Signed by the founder himself. Wow. I think I did add it to my LinkedIn. And then, we were last adventure, we were doing arrays and such. And we're getting in there with JavaScript. We're still in the basic JavaScript section. We're about halfway through, 53 out of 113, which that number is only a little overwhelming. And we're going to keep rolling. Scope and functions. Oh yeah, that's right. We got into functions a little bit too. So it looks like today what I'm going to try to do, and I have a little bit longer to stream today, which is exciting. So we can hopefully get through just a whole bunch of this because I'm trying to get to the ES6 part. I'm a little bit behind from where the boot camp is. So it would be sweet if we could get there, but no pressure either way because, it's self-paced. It's fine. Man, I wish my notifications were working right because I just saw that you redeemed hello and I should have seen that. Why me? Let me see. Reload. Settings. Oh, I forgot to change my stream title name. That's okay. We are doing the same thing. Okay, well, let's just hope if there's... Let me try to redeem something real quick and see if it shows up, because I don't want to miss any. I redeemed hello. It did not show up on my little activity feed, but it did show up there. Okay, hopefully I won't miss anything. Oh, it looks like I refreshed chat too. I know you're here. I saw you earlier. Okay. Yeah. For anyone who's ever... wanted to stream, just know that it will be a while before, like, you can set up everything correctly and then you log in the next time and it's all wrong and you don't know why, and everything's made up and the points don't matter. No, wait, that's JavaScript, not streaming. Okay. Ooh. Oh, also, I don't know. So I thought about doing this on stream at some point. I have new keycaps for my keyboard. This is the Witch Girl set by Mint Lautica. Let's see if I can. Ooh, ASMR. Ooh. I'll show you the general vibes. We've got sort of like a green and gray, green and pink. It's all plants and moons and witchy symbols. And I plan to redo my keyboard down here, or up here. I'm upstairs. But yeah, I don't know if I should do it on stream or not. I don't know if that's something that people would be interested in. So let me know. I'd have to get my camera set up so you can actually see my, what do you call it? My keyboard again. But I have my Ergodox split keyboard, which is kind of cool. So might be something people are interested in. I've watched keyboard keycap replacement streams before, but I am not everyone. All right, so let's see. We are doing global versus local scope in functions. So we learned last time that global variables are variables that are throughout the code, and then local variables are within a function. It's possible to have both local and global variables with the same name. Oh, I'm sure that's not confusing at all. I'm sure that never becomes a problem. When you do this, the local variable takes precedence over the global variable. All right. In this example, const sum var equals hat. Function, my function, const sum var equals head, return sum var, it will return head because the local variable is present and that takes precedence. All right. All right. All right. Add a local variable to the myOutfit function to override the value of outerwear with the string sweater. So they defined it outerwear as t-shirt. We're going to make a new function. Function myOutfit. All right, already there. And I'm going to declare a new variable, const. Well, same variable, different. Not outwear, outerwear. Let's do button down because I'm wearing one today. Button down shirt. And a semicolon for good luck. Const variable equals that. Oh, sweater. They told me to change it to sweater. I hate it when I think I can be creative and I can't. Sweater. Okay, there we go. Nailed it. Okay, understanding undefined value returned from a function. A function can include the return statement, but it does not have to. In that case, the function doesn't have a return statement when you call it. In the case that the function doesn't have a return statement when you call it, the function processes the inner code, but the return value is undefined. Okay, what is this trying to say? A function does not have to include the return statement. If it doesn't, then it processes the code, but if you try to get the return value, it's undefined. Okay. Okay. Let sum equal 0. Function add sum num. Sum equals num. Sum plus num. Add sum 3. Add sum is a function without a return statement. The function will change the global variable, but the return value is undefined. Create a function add 5. Okay. Function add 5 without any arguments. Squiggly brace, curly boy. This function adds 5 to the sum variable. So sum plus 5. The sum should be equal to 8. Okay, hold on. So this one above here says sum equals sum plus 3. So I think that's what I need to do here. Since I'm not outputting a return, I'm just changing the sum variable. They gave me a little hint there. Okay, let's see. Okay, all right. Nailed it. Assignment with a returned value. If you'll recall from our discussion about storing values with the assignment operator, everything to the right of the equal sign is resolved before the value is assigned. That means that we can take the return value of a function and assign it to a variable. Okay? assume we have predefined a function sum, which adds two numbers together, then our sum with the argument 5 and 12 would give you 17 and assigns it to the rsum variable. Call the process arg function process arg, which every time I'm just going to think like arg with an argument of 7. Nope. And assign its return value to the variable processed. Okay. Let's do let. Wait, okay, let me think. Maybe I do return equals processed. Okay, something is wrong in this unexpected token. Call the process arg function process arg with an argument of 7. Oh, they define the function. I'm just calling it. Got it. Okay, so process arg 7. Oh, and then I'm changing the variable. So maybe it should be processed is now equal to process arg plus 7. There we go. All right. Killing it. In computer science, a queue is an abstract data structure where items are kept in order. New items can be added at the back of the queue and old items are taken from the front of the queue. Write a function next in line, which takes an array, r, and a number, item, as arguments. Add the number to the end of the array, but then remove the first element of the array. The next in line function should then return the element that was removed. All right. Function next in line takes r and item. Add the number to the end of the array. So I think we're doing bracket notation, and I'm trying to remember. Maybe it's -1. Because I want to add it to the end. Maybe it's test. Oh. Okay. I'm opening my helpline. Oh, okay. This is push and shift. Okay. I know that push is not a function. Okay, I need to look this up clearly. I know we just did this a few things ago, but my brain already forgot it. No shame in looking stuff up. I know W3 Schools is kind of jank, but they saved my life during CSS, so here we are. Let's see. Add a new item to the array. Array title dot push and then add the thing. Okay. So, okay, I guess I do use test array. Okay, cool. That did it. It just feels wrong that the array is defined all the way down here, but I'm doing stuff up here. But again, JavaScript, everything's made up and the points don't matter. So can I do this on the same line? Can I do... okay, so this is push. Now I'm looking for shift. Hey, what's up, Twitty Such? Oh no, I did the thing where my alerts are underneath my monitor again. I'm going to redo your subscription so you get all the fun emojis. Nope, I did it wrong again. Hold. Here we go. And why not a third time? Just for all the fun. Whoa! Emojis everywhere. Amazing. Hey, Fee, how's it going? Just came in to say, hola, I'm about to go shopping with mi madre. Well, have fun. Enjoy my very white Spanish. That's about as good as it gets. Oh, little Fees all over the screen. Yay. I love that emote. That emote is by my friend Glitzy, who is an emote artist. Also did I believe my Buy Pride emote was done by Glitzy as well. No, I love your Spanish. Thank you. Gracias. Yeah, Fee has his own emotes because he streams. He's a streamer. He streams video games, and now podcasting, but on a different channel. Very not safe for work, but I will give a shout out to Go Get His Pod. Go Get His Pod. That's Colby, my partner, and Fee's podcast, and they just started streaming it on Twitch whenever they're recording, which is exciting. Super not safe for work, so don't check it out if you don't want any of that swearing nonsense. But it's very funny. I was watching them record last night and I was just cracking up. Yes, Glitzy is a great emote artist. It's true. It's been so interesting because I've known her since before she was even drawing at all, and before that was a thing that she was exploring, and now I just see like all these great emotes, and it's been so fun to watch her grow. Yeah, Colbers, he'll be here when he's done with stand-up, because for some reason I made my stream the same time as my number one viewers stand-up every day. Oh my god, so good. Wow. Art. Just art. Obsessed. Yeah, I added my new favorite thing on Twitch is the emote attribution, where you can put who the artist is. And so if you click on the emote, so like both of those are a good example. The ones that Corrigan posted, you can see like it says like Glitzy made these, and that's pretty cool. Yeah, Glitzy did a whole bunch. Where can I find Glitzy's other work? Oh, duh. I have a shout out command for a reason. I believe, yeah, her Twitch is just Glitzy. So she does art streams and has a bunch of stuff on both Ko-fi and Etsy. So pre-mades on Etsy and some free stuff and commissions, I believe, on Ko-fi. Yeah, and I have a whole bunch of her emotes also. Hi, Cupidity. I don't want to forget. Hi. I have a whole bunch of her emotes on like Discord servers. Oh yeah, she's adorable and has fun hair. She's like a real life friend of mine from cons. Like we met because we were both doing cosplay and like blogging it, which was like blogs were still a thing and not very many people were blogging about like nerd stuff. So she was coming to a con here in Austin and she lived in Dallas and was like, hey, I would love to meet up with you at the con. And so we met in like, I don't know, 2013 or so. And it was just a delight. Thanks, Fee. Have a good visit at HEB. Look for they have these new vegan cheeseburger empanadas that are really good. And every time I go now, I look for them because they're always sold out. Under Meal Simple. But yeah, so Glitzy is amazing. Just a kind and wonderful human being. She now lives in Las Vegas, which is wild. And, pre-made. It's in the Meal Simple. by the, like, I think they're calling it like plant powered. That's me, plant powered. But yeah, Glitzy, wonderful human being. And Twitty Such, do you need emotes? Since I know you're about to start streaming too. All my friends stream. Plant powered implies I have power or energy. Mood. I think so. It's interesting because plant powered and like plant based and stuff, they're all ways to kind of hedge your bets, because some of the HEB plant powered stuff is not fully vegan. It's vegetarian, but it's like got like a Impossible or Beyond Meat type substitute. But that just annoys me because I'm like, man, more options for me. And then you look and they're like, we put dairy, eggs, and honey in here. And you're like, damn it. But people don't like the word vegan. Like, I think if I were not vegan, I think the word like plant powered, plant based, that's like more appealing from like a general consumer perspective. Cause you're like, oh, I'm eating more plants. I hear that's healthy. And you don't get any of the fussy little ethics that go along with it. Right. Like you don't have to think about any of, vegans, they're the worst. Am I right? You're kind of right. But also, come on. It is very sneaky. All right. We are doing, we're doing functions. Oh, since y'all are here, I have these keycaps, and I don't know if I want to change out my keycaps on stream or not. Can y'all even see that? These are the Witch Girl set by Mint Lautica, and they're pink and green and kind of gray, and they have little witchy symbols and moons and plants and stuff. So I don't know if I want to change my my keys out on stream, if that's something people would be interested in, or if you aren't interested, that's totally fine, and I can do it off screen. Because the other thing is like my keyboard, I have the ErgoDock split, which is kind of cool, but my keyboard's also kind of gross, so I don't know if I want to expose myself like that on the internet. But yeah, let me know if that's something you're interested in. It's too woke. True. Please tell me you've been keeping up with the Lil Nas League of Legends stuff. Oh my God, wait, no. Please inform me what's going on, because I love Lil Nas. I am neutral about League of Legends, like I've played before. I need to know more. Hey, Coding Vibe, it's good to see you. The JavaScript guru. Amazing. You'd love to see that? Okay, cool. I mean, that's one person. I feel like that's enough. If it's one person and plus I want to do it. No, Coding Vibe, you're the JavaScript guru. You're or is it guru with some J? Is it Yogging? Is it Yuru? Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm only clicking these because I trust you. Shut up. No, this is perfect. Okay, because here's the thing. And I talked about this on the podcast this week too. Lil Nas is one of the only celebrities doing it like with the fashion. Like when I think about, pop stars that also are fashion icons and how they incorporate fashion into their entire like aesthetic, like going to an award show, not just like at performances, but also at performances. Like he is one of the people that I think has a really strong vision. And I think about him on the same level as like Lady Gaga or David Bowie, right? So like I love Lil Nas X. I love his fashion. It makes total sense for him to pair up to design a skin and also have a song. Like, and also he's a nerd. Like this checks out completely. Okay, which character is this? Because I may have played League, but I don't know. Oh, it's a new person. That's why I don't know. That makes sense. Cassante. Show me the thing. Nope, that's lore. I want to see the splash art or whatever. Come on, internet.
I mean, it's huge. It's like
okay. It's not this song yet, which is fine. Oh my God. See, look, this is what I mean. Like Lil Nas X is winning. This is so stupid. It cracks me up. I'm so excited for this. This is going to be good. LOL Nas X, shut up. Thank you for showing me this gift. I have not been on Twitter this morning, for better or worse. Oh God, okay. I'll watch a little bit of this video.
I guess part of me wanted to try something new. I left my step on popping one culture. So now, I decided to be the new president of League of Legends. You can call me Lil Nas Executive.
Shut up.
Funny too. Funny.
I'm obsessed with this gold chair.
Good use of this.
Same, dude, same.
I don't know how he did it. He just walked in and said that he was the president of League of Legends.
So Lil Nas X is also partnered with Taco Bell, which I love. I think you know how celebrities are sometimes like CEO of, or creative in charge or some shit. Like I think it was something like that, which is pretty fun. He is the moment. He is the culture. Ugh, I can't handle it. Doing it for the gays. Yeah. So he worked for Taco Bell. I can't believe I'm Googling this on stream. It's fine. He worked for Taco Bell before he got famous. And then in one of his songs during this partnership, I think that's how they announced it. He has a scene where he's working at Taco Bell because it's a song about like his youth and how he used to want to unalive and all this stuff. And he's like working at Taco Bell and like sweeping the floors at the end of the day and looking real sad, which I was like, dang, they allowed, like, that's the official collab. Okay. But yeah, he did some other partnership stuff with them, which is really cool. Like, he is for the people. Ugh. I'm genuinely sad that I don't have plans to see his show because he's so good at live performances and it's just art. Okay. Okay, we're back to focusing. We're doing some array stuff. We're doing shift and pop. So my goal here is to make a queue, basically, which is a data structure where items are kept in order. New items are added to the back of the queue. Old items are taken off the front of the queue. So far. Oh, I need alert command. Thank you for the reminder, QBD. I need to get Coding Vibes Twitch chat animation bot like set up. But yeah, have a good time working. I'm working too. We can work together. Okay, so right now this will add something at the end of the queue. It adds the 6. Working co-op. Oh, that's cute. But I also need to do a shift, and I don't know if I guess I have to just do it on a separate line. Like test r dot, or a shift. If I said push again, I meant shift. And this is r. Yeah, and that will remove the 1. It feels like there should be a more efficient way to do this. Like, can I do this and just delete saying that again? And the answer is no. It said, what are you doing? Okay. Okay, cool. Did we do it? No. Next in line. Oh, and then I need to return the element that was removed, and that would be R. Oh, no, I broke it. All right, let's see. I don't think that's it, but I'm trying it. Okay. So I think the problem, at least one of the problems, is in with what I'm returning. So we want to return the element that was removed. The first element of the array. Oh, maybe that's the problem. R is the array. Oh, okay. and item is the number. Can I do like the bracket thing? Or am I overcomplicating it? I don't think that's it, no. So what I was thinking here is we're removing the first element of the array. We're trying to tell them, hey, remove this. Item is the number that they're feeding into this. So they're saying add 6. Yeah, what I'm saying here is in the array, add 6 to the end. And now I'm trying to say in the array, take off the first number. And I don't know. Maybe I do like, because I haven't told them I'm in the array, right? So maybe R0. It says undefined. But then return what that, well, but then I already removed it. So I don't think that's going to work. But let's see if we're closer. Next in line should return a number. I need to turn this music down. It's playing too loud in my brain for me to think. Let me know if it's too quiet for y'all. I can always turn it up for y'all. Okay, so this is fine, I think. Well, now it's fine. I put a semicolon. What if that fixed it? It didn't. Okay. In the array, take off the first item in the array. I think that's fine. I think it's the return. So the next in line function should then return the element that was removed. Should I, is it? No, I don't want to. I don't feel like that's it either. Okay, I'm looking at the hints. The function uses, wait, the shift returns the element removed. Does it? Does it? Hold. Oh. So maybe I don't even need this last line. Hold. Okay, since it already, shift as a function already removes the first element. That is my problem here. I don't need to actually include this bracket stuff. Well, that is one of my problems. Undefined. I mean, it's doing the right things with these. But my tests aren't working. So maybe I think I need to put return here. Okay, that got us closer. So I was trying to make return on a separate line and a whole separate thing, and it can go right there. So what I'm missing is these are not returning the right things. They're not returning the correct things that work on. So not Papa John's, not a hunter. Hi Liz, it's good to see you. Welcome to the stream. We are, oh, you get your little artist badge in here because you've done some of the emotes. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, wow. I think that's the first time I've seen that in action. That's very cool. Twitch is for the artists. We are working on this function and it's fighting me. So these two are working. These two are not. And it's not showing me what these are returning, unless it is and I'm just not seeing it. Well, this is returning 1. Is it telling me that this is returning 1? Is this how I die? Let's see. Those are what the test will use. It allows the function to be reusable. Do not hard code any of the tests inside the function. Okay, I'm not doing that. Oh, thank you. I'm actually getting a haircut today and I'm trying to decide what I want to do. I mean, mainly I want to refresh my color, but I have just a bunch of hair and I don't know. I'm like, should I go short again? Should I just buzz it all off? Should we just stop having hair? Gender, am I right? Also, you can totally distract me. You're totally fine. Okay, the function next in line uses R and item. Those are what the tests will use to pass the array elements they will test with. Okay. I just got my hair cut this week. It's been months. Yes. Oh gosh. Yeah. When I first shaved my head like completely, I was like, do I even use shampoo? Like what even? And then you don't have to dry it or do any styling. It's so nice. I do think me being bald was like a look, and because it was the pandemic, I don't think enough people saw it, but I'm also like, I don't know. I like hair sometimes. It's a hard balance here. All right. I'm just going to peek. I'm just going to do a little peek. Done. Const. Oh. Well, I thought it already returned that, so I have to change it to a variable. That's my problem. They did not give me a hint. With my anxiety, I don't leave the house very often, so I always get a mohawk just because I like how it looks. Lately, though, I've been kind of not going as mohawk as I'd like, so it just looks longer on top. Yeah, I get that. I mean, I barely go anywhere. I basically like drop my kid off at daycare and then go back home and stay there all day. Which is one reason I really like Twitch streaming, because it makes me like get a little bit more dressed up than usual, because I'm like, oh, my friends are gonna see me. I should look nice. But it's the same with hair. Like, I do it for me, but then I also it's so easy to justify not even trying because you're not seeing anyone. Well, this is just silly. They didn't tell me to make a variable, so I didn't know I had to. That means I'm good at coding, as I can read between the lines. Okay, wait, that still didn't work. Hold. Ah, that's the problem. Okay, I didn't think that felt right using the array that I defined down there. That makes way more sense, is using the array argument that I'm passing in the function. Oh man, that was a spicy one. That was a spicy one. Let's see if I can do this next one. Understanding Boolean values. Another data type is the Boolean. Boolean may only be one of two values, true or false. Thank you, Coding Vibe. I appreciate. I was telling my boss, like, you and other people in the chat are very good at giving hints, but not necessarily just being like, put the variable here, you know? So I appreciate that. It is a hard thing to do. Like in high school, I watched my friend play Portal, and I apparently did not have enough patience for her to understand it. And by the end, I realized she didn't understand portals. I was just telling her where to shoot them, and that was a bad feeling. And it taught me a valuable lesson that day. So thank you for teaching me to fish, not just handing me the fish. Booleans may either be true or false. They're basically little on-off switches where true is on and false is off. These two states are mutually exclusive. They are never written with quotes because those are strings and not Boolean values. Okay, makes sense. Modify the welcome to the Booleans function so that it returns true instead of false when the button is clicked. I love that I added the emote thing because now they just bounce all over the screen and make me happy. Only change the code below this line. The welcome to Booleans function, which is this, should return a true or false value. Oh, they were just asking me to change the word to true. I was like, I don't know what they're having me do. Okay, let's see. Use conditional logic with if statements. Pew, 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 pew. If statements are used to make decisions in code. The keyword if tells JavaScript to execute the code in the curly braces under certain conditions defined in the parentheses. These conditions are known as Boolean conditions, and they may only contain true or false. When the condition evaluates to true, the program executes the statement inside the curly braces. When it evaluates to false, the statement will not execute. All right. If condition is true, statement is executed. So function test my condition. If my condition was true, but otherwise it returns it was false. Test true, test false. Okay. When test is called with a value of true, the if statement evaluates my condition to see if it was true or not. Since it's true, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Create an if statement inside the function to return yes, that was true if the parameter that true is true. It's nice and confusing when the strings have the same words in them, huh? Okay. So if was that true, curly boy, return yes, that was true. And then I know about else statements existing, but they haven't taught me them yet. So you just do return no, that was false. Yay, nailed it. I was talking last night with Coding Vibe too about how so much of code is in English. Like if you don't know the word true or false, if you don't know return, like so much of this is based in English. So it seems like it would be really hard to code if English isn't one of your first languages or your native language. I don't know if there's any. Ooh, this is something to Google. Non-English coding languages? Okay, yeah. Other people have asked. They are languages that do not use keywords taken from or inspired by English vocabulary. Let's see. Yeah, it's a significant trend in language design. Out of the 8,500 plus programming languages recorded, roughly 2,400 of them were developed in the US, 600 in the UK, 160 in Canada, 75 in Australia. That's a pretty big proportion. So over a third of all languages have been developed in countries where English is the primary language. This does not take into account the usage share of each language. Situations where a language was developed in a non-English speaking country but used English to appeal to an international audience. Oh, Python from the Netherlands, Ruby. I didn't know Ruby came from Japan. That explains a lot. I know there's a big Ruby conference in Japan. And Lua, which I just learned about on Tuesday, comes from Brazil. So, and situations where it was based on another programming language which used English. Yeah, is there a way to transpile some English or Spanish language code into English? I don't know. That's interesting. I want to see international programming languages. what does this mean? Translations of the standard were made for Russian, German, French, Bulgarian, and then later Japanese. Ooh, also Braille? How does that work? Is it like is it just mean like the learning materials are in Braille? Because I think they have Braille keyboards already, so it wouldn't be that. Huh, okay. Citrine programming language. Every human language has its own version. That's interesting. Wow. Supports 111 human languages. Wow. Okay, here's some that are based on non-English languages. And yeah, I haven't heard of most of these, which is not surprising because I am from an English-speaking country. German implementation of Python. I bet that means Python in German. Same with this. Rust translated into French. That probably means Rust in French. That's so cool. I love to see all the different ways that this stuff kind of takes off. Because, like, can you imagine if you wanted to learn programming for whatever reason and they're like, okay, cool, you have to use, like, Japanese characters that you can't even read. Like, that would be hard. Although it doesn't look like most of these are heavily used necessarily. And a lot of these are translations of one language to another language. One programming language to another spoken language, I guess. Man, so cool. Various. Oh, so here's a whole lot of like languages that are localized. A visual programming language targeted at teenagers with support for more than 60 languages, and that's called Catrobat. A block-based visual programming language. See, this is the kind of programming I can do. You just drag and drop. Interesting. Languages based on symbols instead of keywords. See, this seems like a good way to to also bridge that gap, right? But I wonder, like, I haven't heard of any of these, so I don't know that they're very commonly used. And like based on mathematical notation and abstractions, that seems hard too. Like Scratch or LabVIEW. Yeah, Scratch is on here too. Yeah, that's why isn't there a freeCodeCamp for a drag and drop coding language? Riddle me this. All right, fine. We'll go back to this. There are many comparison operators in JavaScript. All of these operators return a Boolean true or false. I'm going to turn the music back up a little bit. There. The most basic operator is the equality operator. The equality operator compares two values and returns true if they're equivalent or false if they're not. Okay. Note that equality is different from assignment, which is just one equal sign, which assigns the value on the right of the operator to the variable on the left. So in this function, equality test, myVal. If myVal is equal to 10, return equal. Otherwise, return not equal. If it's equal to 10, then it'll return true. Otherwise, it'll return equal. Otherwise, the function will return not equal. In order for JavaScript to compare two different data types, for example, numbers and strings, it must convert one type to another. This is known as type coercion. Ooh, that's an intense phrase. Let's see. Once it does, however, it can compare terms as follows. 1 is equal to 1, true. 1 is equal to 2, false. 1 is equal to the string 1, true. The string 3 is equal to 3, true. Okay. But do I have to do anything for type coercion, or does it just know? It looks like it just knows. Sounds against TOS, true. freeCodeCamp, I don't know if I could stream you anymore. Oh, I forgot to. So there's now custom tags on Twitch since the last time I streamed. I forgot to add any. I'm gonna add JavaScript and freeCodeCamp. So I have ADHD, LGBT, LGBTQIA+, co-working, non-binary, bisexual, JavaScript, freeCodeCamp. We love to be non-binary bisexuals with ADHD. We've never made a decision in our lives. All right. So what am I doing? Add the equality operator to the indicated line so the function will return equal when val is equal to 12. Okay. So if val I think I just do equals 12. I think this is an easy one. Bam, nailed it. Look at that, 53% complete. We're doing it. Oh gosh, another one. Okay, strict equality is the counterpart to the equality operator. However, unlike the equality operator, which attempts to convert both values being compared to a common type, the strict equality operator does not perform a type conversion. Okay, so if we only want to compare strings or numbers and not consider the string of the number 3 to be the same as just like the integer 3, then we want to use 3 equal signs. Let's see. Use the strict equality operator. So, okay, question for all you programmers in the chat, which is probably mainly Coding Vibe, but anyone else too that's ever done any programming. When you're talking about code to people, are you like, you need to use the strict equality operator? Or are you like, you need to use 3 equal signs? Like, do you actually call it all this stuff? Because I swear freeCodeCamp has a way of making it sound more complicated than it is. And I would like to know how you actually converse about code, because I'm not going to remember that this is called the strict equality operator, right? Unless you tell me that I need to, and then I'll try. Okay, so use the strict equality operator in the if statement so that the function will return the string equal when val is strictly equal to 7. Okay, so I just call it triple equals. I rarely even remember what the difference is. Yeah, I mean, this seems very, very specific. Like, I'm not sure how often it would be that you need this. Welcome to the Thunderdome. There's 3 different equals. Seriously, I've got my notebook here, and I might write down like some of the things where there's like multiple ways to do it, like declaring variables and the fact that there's 3 different equal signs because everything's made up and the points don't matter. That's my definition of JavaScript. Okay, practice comparing different values. In the last 2 challenges, we learned about the equality operator and the strict equality operator. Let's do a quick practice and review using these some more. If the values are not of the same type, the equality operator will perform a type conversion and then evaluate the values. I'm gonna, sorry, I'm just cracking up at Welcome to the Thunderdome, so I'm gonna rename my stream title that, because I forgot to actually give it a different name today, and that's just tickling my funny bone. Oh, Coding Vibe. Also, I need to add your animated Twitch chat bot for like a lurk command and my hello command, because I don't know. I want a thing to pop up on the screen when people say hi with the channel points redemption. So, is that a thing I can do? Can I steal your code? Can I be Mix steal your code? That doesn't go as well as Mr. Steal Your Girl, but maybe Mr. Steal Your Code. Can do. Sweet. You're the only reason my stream even is remotely functional. Okay, 3 is a little bit equal to 3, returns true, blah, blah, blah. 3 is very equal to 3, returns false because they're a different type. Okay. You can also stream modifying it to suit your needs. True, especially because it's JavaScript, right? GitHub. Oh gosh, I'm not signed in. Hold. I have 2-factor auth for everything these days, and it's annoying. I'm not gonna lie to you. It is. It's the whole thing is JavaScript. I'm gonna go look at it right now. See if I can. There it is. Animated Twitch chat bot. Ooh, look at this architecture. Beautiful. Is this a bot or did somebody actually? Is this the one that someone contributed to? fee, TwitchBot. Is that for fee? Oh, it's Al Pacino. Okay, okay, cool. What is dot service? Ooh, fancy. See, yeah, I'm like, literally, what are you? How do I zoom? Help, I'm on a weird keyboard and everything's set up for Mac. Zoom, zoom. There we go. Now you can see it a little bit better. Twitch event sub notification request headers. Look at all, hey, I can define variables. I haven't seen this, but it looks like it's a little function. Yeah, you can. Cool. Default, do nothing. Same. Same. Oh man, this is so many more lines than I thought it would be, even though I watched you do this. This is where cash once stood proudly, no longer. Good. Cool. Yeah, maybe I'll mess with that soonish. Soonish. And the last two challenges, okay, wait, I read that, blah, blah, blah. In JavaScript, you can determine the type of variable with the value type of operator as follows. Type of 3 returns number. Type of 3-bit string returns string. Use the compare equality function in the editor. Wait, the compare equality function in the editor compares two values using the equality operator. Modify the function so it returns the string equal only when the values are strictly equal. All right. For you, I shall. I think I literally just put an additional equal sign. Yep. It's very funny reading like 3 paragraphs and then adding one thing. The inequality operator, which is this fun guy, is the opposite of the equality operator. It means not equal and returns false, where equality would return true and vice versa. Like the equality operator, the inequality operator will convert data types of values while comparing. All right, blah, blah, blah. Return not equal when the val is not equivalent to 99. If val is, nope, is not equal to 99. Hey. It's the logical opposite of the strict equality operator. Okay, so this is strictly not equal, returns when strict equality would return true and vice versa. Okay, so same thing but opposite. Same, second verse, same as reversed. Hell yeah. Comparison with the greater than operator. The greater than operator compares the value of two numbers. If the number to the left is greater than the number to the right, it returns true. Otherwise, it returns false. So in case you didn't learn this in math class, because I recently was talking to a friend that could never remember which is greater than, which is less than, and like, you know, what they mean. It looks like a little alligator and it's facing the bigger number because it's hungry. That's the way I learned it in school. So there was a time where I used to, like, anytime I drew those, I would draw little alligator teeth on the inside to remember. So that's what I picture every time. Yeah, okay. I thought that was a common way to learn it, but I also, if you didn't learn it like that, so Coding Vibe has been doing a lot of stuff with statistics and like mean and median and mode and stuff. And I was like, do you know the cute song? Because every time you say those words, the song just like rolls through my head. And he's like, you have a cute song for everything. Like, I guess that's just a way that I learned well. Like, maybe they really worked on me compared to other kids. Maybe I just had a lot of teachers that liked cute little songs. But I have a lot of like little, it's not pneumatic or mnemonic devices, but like, you know, like little songs to remember hard things. So for all the different M related math terms, like mean and mode and stuff, it goes like this. It's not that good. Like, it's not much of a song, okay, but it plays through my head every time. It goes, mean, the average, mode, most often, range, subtract the smallest from the largest, median, the middle number when you line them up from greatest to the least. Thank you. So yeah, if you need help remembering those, there's a little song. Because some of them are like mode. I only remember mode most often, even though it has the MO, and that's also another way to remember it. Yeah. One day maybe I'll stream learning Japanese and I'll teach you all the Teiform song. That's a good emote. Oh, it doesn't animate on my stream. That's so sad. All right. The greater than operator compares the values of two numbers. If the number to the left is greater, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I read this. Like the equality operator, it will convert data types. I bet you the next one is going to be the strict greater than operator. If the value is bigger than 100. If the value is greater than 10. Boop. Done. Yep. Oh, man. I'm psychic. If the value is greater than or equal to 20. That's right. I'm not even reading the directions on this one. I feel like I get it. Greater than or equal to 10. Boop. Nailed it. Comparison with the less than operator, same idea. If the value is less than 25. If the value is less than 55. No. 55. Boop. If the value is less than or equal to 12. If the value is less than or equal to 24. Boop. Okay. Comparisons with the logical and operator. Ooh. Yeah, like what do you oh, you need to insert a logical and operator here. Or do you just go and? Okay. So this is if you're testing more than one thing at a time, the logical and operator returns true if and only if the operands to the left and right of it are true. Okay. You could nest two if statements. So if the number is greater than 5 but less than 10, return yes, else return no. But this is if number is greater than 5 and number is less than 10, return yes. Okay, so just like more efficient way to write it. Replace the two if statements with one statement using the and operator, which will return the string yes if it's equal or greater to the 50 and greater than or equal to 25. Otherwise, it will return no. So if val is less than or equal to 50. Oh God, where's the ampersand? Is it? It's 7, number 7. And greater than or equal to 25. I need space there, probably. Is that it? Did I do it? No. Oh, I forgot the variable name here. Okay, fine. I'll read more carefully. You should use the and operator once. You should only have one if statement, okay? Did I flop these? Oh, it's not asking me to use the strict one. I hate this. Okay. Do I need to put the 50, like the bigger number, on the other side? Because logically that feels like I should be doing it anyway. Like, you went the smaller one first. I don't think that was actually the problem, but it was bothering me. Unknown return outside of function. Unknown return is outside of the function. Is it though? And also that shouldn't be my problem. Because, okay, so this is the function. This whole thing is the function. I'm only trying to change this. And I didn't change the return. So something else is wrong. Get a hint. Get a hint. If val is greater than or equal to 50. I feel like that's what mine says. Hold. I gotta be missing like a semicolon or something. Just gonna copy paste and compare here. Paste, please. Yeah, that looks the same to me. I'm gonna reset it. Wait, that'll just reset this one, right? Now I'm scared. Let's Google the error. When a return or yield statement is called outside of a function, maybe there are missing curly braces somewhere. This goes in here. This goes in here. Wait, I don't think that should go there. And I didn't put that there for the record. Oh. Yeah, okay. There was an extra curly brace right here. Like one too many. And I didn't add that one. That was in the code already. Is it maybe because, oh, you know what? Because it had an extra function because it was using these if statements before. I see. Trixie Mattel. All right, that's fine. We got it. And we debugged like a real programmer. Amazing. Booyah, indeed. Comparisons with the logical or operator. Oh, two sticks. What do you call this one in programming? Because I know like exclamation mark is bang for some people. These are pipes, right? The logical OR operator returns true if either of the operands is true. Okay. Otherwise it returns false. The logical OR operator is a compromise of two pipe symbols. Oh, I could have just read pipe. I feel like people that don't program don't know what to call this. Yeah, I don't think ever in my life I've called it a pipe. This can typically be found. Look, literally, they have to tell you where it is on the keyboard. They're like, "Hey, have you ever heard of this?" Let me see where that is on my keyboard. I think it's here. Yeah, got it. On my Ergo Docs. Yeah, or just or. This can typically be found here. Blah, blah, blah. The pattern should look familiar from prior waypoints. Oh, waypoints is a new word for programming context. That's interesting. If the number is greater than 10, return no. If number is less than 5, return no. Else return yes. Let's see. If the number is greater than 10 or less than 5, return no. Otherwise, return yes. Combine the two if statements. Okay, so here's what we're not going to do. We're not going to have an extra curly brace. So I'm going to tell you that. Only change code above this line. So if val. Combine the two if statements into one statement, which returns the string outside if val is not between 10 or 20 inclusive. All right, so if val is greater or equal to 10, or? No, I think it's the other way around. Let me just fill this out first. Or val is less than or equal to 20. If it is either bigger than 10 or less than 20, return outside. If it is not between 10 and 20. So I think I want it the other way around. If it's less than or equal to or greater than or equal to. Should only have one statement. All right. Did I do it backwards? $15 is between, so it's inside. 10 is inside. Should be inside. Wait, what if I just do that? Bam! Okay, it wasn't the equal signs that I needed. All right, introducing else statements. I know these exist because I hear it every time I watch someone program in JavaScript. I hear the word else. That's exciting. When a condition for an if statement is true, the block of code following it is executed. What about when that is false? Normally nothing would happen. With an else statement, an alternate block of code can be executed. If number is bigger than 10, return bigger than 10. Else, return 10 or less. I think... Okay. Combine if statements into a single if-else statement. Okay. If value is greater than 5, result is bigger than 5. Okay. And then I can put my else on this line, do a little curly boy, return 5. Oop. If it is greater than 5, return bigger than 5. If it's not greater than 5, that's else. Return 5 or smaller. Done. We're rocking this. We are getting through these today. I'm just going to go look at the class and see how far we are. 71 out of 113. All right. Look at this. We're catching up. If you have multiple conditions that need to be addressed, you can chain if statements together with else if. If number is greater than 15, return bigger than 15. else if number greater than 5, return smaller than 5, else return between 5 and 15. Okay. Convert the logic to use else if statements. Wow. I feel like between the pandemic and then just my natural tendency to mumble, I have lost all word pronunciation. Okay, so if value is greater than 10, return greater than 10. Else if, oh, I could just delete that. Look at me hacking the planet over here. I might have an extra curly brace. Okay, if value is greater than 10, return greater than 10. Else, if value is less than 5, return smaller than 5. Else, return between 5 and 10. That's one. I think I actually need one more. Well, this is one. This is one. This is one. This doesn't have one. So I think I need one more curly brace. Yep. Logical order in if-else statements. Order is important in if-else-if statements. Order is important. Okay. This is the only time that order has ever been important in JavaScript, as far as I can tell. The function is executed from top to bottom, so you'll want to be careful of what statement comes first. Take these two functions as an example. Here is the first. Function foo of x. If x is less than 1, return less than 1. Else, if it's less than 2, return less than 2. Else, greater than or equal to 2. And the second just switches the order of the statements. If it's less than 2, return less than 2. If it's less than 1, return less than 1, else greater than or equal to 2. While they look nearly identical, if we pass a number, we get different outputs because this will the first one will prioritize the first string, which is less than 1, and the second one will say less than 2. So they're both technically true, but you get more specificity if you put this one up top first. That makes sense. Change the order of the logic in the function so it will return the correct statements in all cases. So if it's less than 10, return less than 10, unless it's less than 5. So I think this one should go first, right? If it's less than 5, return less than 5. Curly brace, else. It would help if my curly brace was the correct direction. Else, if it's less than 10, return less than 10. Else, return greater than or equal to 10. Is that right? Yay, I killed it. Murdered it. I don't normally advocate for violence, but you know, sometimes you're just killing it. All right. If-else statements can be chained together for complex logic. Here's the pseudocode of multiple changed if-else-if statements. If condition 1, statement 2. Else if condition 2, statement 2. No, did I say condition 1, statement 2? Whatever. Else if condition 3, statement 3. Else statement n. Write chained if-else-if statements to fulfill the following conditions. Num greater or less than 5, return tiny. Num smaller than 10, return small. Num smaller than 15, return medium. Num smaller than 20, return large. Num greater than or equal to 20, return huge. Okay. If num greater than 5, this is going to be the hardest part for me, is remembering the formatting of all this without cheating and looking at an example. Return tiny, so little, so tiny. And then else if num greater than 10. Return small. Else if num greater than 15. Return medium. Else if num less than 20. Squiggly boy. Return larg. Largay. Else if num, oh gosh, else has stopped looking like a word. Greater than or equal to 20. Curly brace. Return huge. And then I think I deleted, yeah, I deleted a curly brace, I think. Oh, do I need to indent all these in? Ah, wrong thing. No. No, did I boop that up? I sure did. I deleted everything. It's fine. It's fine. I'll write it again. It should be faster the second time. As I'm just crying. My copy and paste is all messed up because it's set up for MacBook, so everything is like my keyboard is slightly off, and I need to fix that. But that's a problem for another day. I mean, is it causing problems to me today? Sure. Return medium. Else if num greater than or less than 20. Return largay. Okay, so this curly brace goes to this. 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 Why are you doing this to me? Do I have to put, this is my other question, do I have to put them in parentheses? I don't think so. But now I don't remember. Get a hint. Oh, I think I do, because look at this. Okay, hold. Hold while I fix the errors of my ways. Stupid pseudocode making me think I need way fewer things than I need. Hey, that was it. Easy problem. Easy solution. Ooh, golf. Golf. Finally, my parents' pastime has become useful for me. In the game of golf, each hole has a par, meaning the average number of strokes a golfer is expected to make in order to sink the ball in the hole to complete the play. Depending on how far or above or below par your strokes are, there is a different nickname. That's true. Your function will be passed par and strokes arguments. Return the correct string according to this table, which lists the strokes in order of priority, top highest to bottom lowest. Okay. Par and strokes will always be numeric and positive. We have added in an array of all the names for your conveniences. Hey, an array. Hey. Cool. I actually knew some of these. Go home. I didn't know that. That's kind of mean. Hey, if you get par 3 or above, why are you even here? I'm just saying. That's what it's called. All right, golf. Let's make you even nerdier. So I'm going to indent this in. I'm going to say if. Okay, so the function is getting par and strokes. So I think we need to, my homies and I all hate par plus 3. It happens. Okay. So what I'm thinking through here is we're putting in par and strokes. I don't know that we actually need, okay, so par is the standard. Strokes is the number that they're given. So if strokes is equal to 1. Wait. Almost forgot the parentheses. If strokes is equal to 1. I am going to cheat and look at these. Yeah, because I need the curly braces. Return. Oh, nope. I'm not doing strings, right? I'm using the names in this. So names and it's index 0. Okay, so that worked because it's no longer on the tests error. Golf score 4-1 should return the string hole in 1. All right, so anytime that your strokes are equal to 1, you got a hole in 1. It doesn't really matter what the par is. I don't think there's a lot of pars that are hole 1. Else if strokes is greater than or equal to par minus 2. And I think that should work without needing to add in more parentheses, but we will see. Return, and this is eagle. So this would be names bracket 1. Let's see if that worked. Nope. If strokes is greater than or equal to, I'm going to do another parentheses and see if that fixes it. It did not. So let's see. What's the test we're doing? The test we're doing is 4-2. So par is 4. Strokes is 2 minus 2. So 0 should return. Oh, semicolon. No? Okay, that wasn't the problem. If strokes is this, else this goes together. Else if strokes is this, return. Why didn't I do this right? All right, what has happened with my life here? Let's see. So we know the first function is correct because if strokes is 1, all of those tests are coming back correct. Hole in 1, hole in 1. if strokes is greater than or equal to, or sorry, is less than or equal to par minus 2, which is what it says there. Let's delete some parentheses because maybe I added the parentheses excitedly and that wasn't the problem. Nope, still not working. Let's see. Can I, is it because I don't have an else statement here? So it's not, no, okay. So that's not it. Just gonna keep going and see if anything else gives me some hints. So if strokes is equal to par minus 1, curly brace, return names array 2, which is birdie. 0, 1, 2. Yeah, that's a 2. Okay, so that didn't work either. Definitely something wrong here. Let me look at these else if statements again. Else if. Get a hint. Ensure that you're editing inside the function. I am. Is it the curly braces? No, I think I have the right ones. Yeah. You'll have to make the function return exactly the same string as shown in the table. I am. Okay. Plus number, minus number can be used to increase or decrease a parameter in your condition. Is it because they're not touching? Like, do I need to do it like that? No. That did not fix it. Okay. You can use if, else, if. Okay. All right. Chat, this is officially me accepting a hint from you as well. If you see what I'm doing wrong. I don't believe it's the brackets. And the first function works, and I'm following this same formatting. If strokes is greater than or equal to par minus 2. I don't think I need another parentheses. Yeah, see, that didn't work. I don't want to look directly at the code yet. It feels like I'm very close. I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna keep coding and see what if something comes to me. Else if strokes equal to par, return names 3, which is 0, 1, 2, 3. Return par. Else if, like, maybe it won't work until I have all of the things. I mean, that doesn't seem right to me, but who knows? Else if strokes equal to par plus 1. return. Name is 4. Else if not Stokes, strokes. Strokes. Oh. Equals to par plus 2. Then that is called double bogey. Else if strokes is greater than or equal to par plus 3. I think names minus 1 will give me the last one, if I remember correctly. Okay, so still not working. Control the flow based on the table's order of priority, top highest to bottom lowest. That's what I've done. I've done the same order. What's really getting me is that this one is correct and the others aren't. Look at those else if. All right, I'm just gonna look at one of the solutions. Boo, I hate it. Oh, it's the equal signs I'm using. I don't like that. At least that's the main thing I'm seeing different. Yeah, okay. So they're using the double equals and triple equals. I think that's silly. I mean, I guess it makes sense because what they're telling me is these two variables will always be numeric. So I need to make sure that it's passing through a numeric argument. But why though? So they used 2 for that one and 3 for the other ones. This feels silly. Am I wrong? Okay, why aren't you working? So this one just says else return these. Oh, I don't know how to use multiple conditional ternary operators. So I'm just going to hide that. Man, it's so frustrating. I didn't think about the double equals or anything. Switch statement. I also came up with a different solution. What's going on? So first it got mad at me because I wasn't using 3 equal signs. And I'm not really understanding why it required that. I guess, is there a scenario where, like, why wouldn't the 1 equal sign work? So I tried to debug, but eventually checked, and that's what all the example code's using is the 3 equals. But now my last one is still not working, and I'm trying to see what other people did to get the last one, because the word to par with a 1 stroke is a hole in 1. I think, blah, 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 blah. So the example up here for their solution, I had just a single equals. Apparently that's not good enough because it always needs to be a number value, I guess. So yeah, what they're doing is just else. If it's none of these things, then it's go home, which makes sense. But I wanna define it further, right? Like, here we go. Else if par. No, this is silly. That's not right. I mean, it's correct, but it's not correct, you know. I will say your return statement is the last one. Oh, yeah. I was trying to see if that would work. Should I just do 6 like a normal human? Because the index of -1, isn't that always the last one? Bracket. What is this notation? To find the last character in a string. You do the dot length. Well, no, that's character. Last value array. Bracket notation. Blah, blah, blah. So 0 is the first one. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, yeah, you do have to use the dot length. That seems silly. I think if I do -1, I should know what I'm saying. So if I do that, is that going to fix it? Yeah, that's going to fix it. Of course it's going to fix it. That was the problem all along. Yeah, I guess, number 1, thank you. Number 2, why does this not work if I'm just using a single equal sign is the thing I want to know. So let me JavaScript. Let's Google this again. Strict equality. Oh, okay. That makes me feel better. It just feels like it should be simpler. Switch it back to 2 and see if it breaks. Okay, no. So 2 is fine too. So okay, so that's the equality operator. I guess they wanted me to do it as a Boolean rather than just an equal sign. Is it always going to be a Boolean in this sort of context, I guess, is my next question. I'm trying to find just the equal sign. Like, is just equal sign only used for math? Equals and equals, 2 equal signs. Oh, it's always an assignment. Okay. So I think I was right that I need to take some notes on these guys because this is too many similarities for my brain. So let's take some JavaScript notes. I've got my dot grid notebook. This one is Erin Condren special Hello Kitty Hello ring light Zodiac edition. Good shit. So I'm gonna write. Do I have JavaScript notes in here from earlier, or was it something different? I did. This is my GitHub how repos and forks work notes that I was taking to make sure I understood and was doing the right thing. Branches versus forks, etc. Okay. Stardew Valley. Notes on something else. No, okay. No programming notes in here except for that. So I'll just start a new page. Move my keyboard a little bit. So that's what my problem is the single equal sign is an assignment. Equals, equals, and triple equals are equality checks. JavaScript. Checks whether two operands are equal. Returns Boolean result. and converts operands of different types. So for this one, my example is going to be 1 equals 1 true. 1 equals 1, that's a string, also true. Okay, and then for the strict equality operator, which doesn't strict equality sound like a really bad like policy or something? We practice strict equality here sounds really like the opposite of what you intend. So this is the 3 equals. Checks whether two operands are equal. Returns Boolean. Result. Considers operands of different types to be different. Wow, this is like the messiest handwriting I've had in a long time. I think doing this on stream makes me feel like I have to rush a little bit. Okay, so for this one, 1 equals 1 is true. But 1 equals string of 1 false. And then I'm going to do a little like note. 1 equals sign is only used to assign value to a variable. Let's see, it is 9:15, 22. I'm just putting that on there so I have my notes labeled all fancy. And then, oh, I'm going to put a box around the single equal sign note. Note to self. And I'll show you all when I'm done with this, just if you're curious about paper goods and such. Just know that my handwriting is incredibly messy, and that's just the truth of the matter. But this is basically my, you know, if you're a bullet journal person, this is my bullet journal. I mainly keep it to capture to-dos and stuff so that I don't just have them in my brain all the time. And they're usually, like, the way my brain has been working lately is I don't make a to-do list every day. Well, I do for work, but like for other stuff, I tend to make a to-do list as I think of items, and then it ends up lasting like a couple weeks because it's just like, oh, these are all the things I need to do at some point. And this works really well for that because it's undated. So if I don't use it on a certain day, I don't feel bad. I don't have any guilt around it. Okay. And then obviously the fun part is highlighters. What color does JavaScript feel like? In my mind, math is blue. So I'm going to use blue for this bad boy. I'm going to highlight the important bits. And what goes with blue for an accent? How about purple? I always end up just using by pride colors over and over. Whatever that means. I think they're just good colors, okay? of all the colors, all the pride colors, bi pride is up there. I think the lesbian flag is pretty. I think the bi flag is pretty. And I think the trans flag is really pretty too. But I'm very naturally drawn to like pink, purple, blue, pink, purple, blue. I know I have a pink. Yeah, it's in there. So these are my very messy JavaScript notes. I don't actually have a view where my face is bigger. Let me do that real quick and then I'll show you. The beauty of setting up stream on a different computer. So camera. Make camera large. Oop. Oh, that's my big old face. Hello. Make my face a little less big. Just for fun. Now I'm just staring at myself. All right, so this should work. Whoosh, whoosh, rainbow, rainbow, rainbow transition. So these are my notes. JavaScript. So I've highlighted the symbols and I've highlighted the differences between them. And this is my box about equals always going to be for assigning. So thank you. That's a compliment. I mean, I try to keep it cute, you know. But also simple, because I ain't got all day. Although, I do have cute stickers, like right here, so I might as well add some cute stickers. So I've got some adulting stickers. So these are for like doing tasks you don't like to do. So there's one for like, wasn't late and I didn't have to awkwardly run walk, stepped out of comfort zone. They're shiny. And then I have self-care stickers. So there's like, cried, didn't cry, went to therapy, ate a vegetable. And I think for this one, I'm going to put a plant from the self-care stickers, and I'm going to put forgave myself because humans are flawed and it's okay to mess up sometimes. Because that's just words of wisdom for messing stuff up. Ugh. And then you have cute stickers. I mean, 10 out of 10. There's like, I'll show you when I'm done sticking these. There's these cute plants on here. Okay. So now, the next time that I add to this, I'll have a little plant to work around. And I forgave myself for being imperfect. And this is how I bribe myself to do things, is with stickers and highlighters. And I'll put, I'm gonna put this one more. It says, gave myself permission to be imperfect. I'll put that, oh man, it doesn't fit at the top. I was hoping to balance the page. Oh, it fits right here. All right, there we go. Gave myself permission to be imperfect. And now I won't feel as bad about having to pause and take notes and staring at the same thing. Haha, life hack. Life hack, get cute shit. All right, I'll see you on the other screen. Ooh. I love the rainbow transition. It makes me feel like a real streamer. Maybe I should add a sound effect to it. Oh, I also just, while we're talking about stickers, oops, I'm rainbow. I also have my Fake Goth Girl sticker sheet, which is my podcast. This is the podcast cover art, and I made sticker sheets from it. Look how large they turned out. I don't know how to read, so I guess I was picturing them being like a quarter this size, like that big, or maybe half the size. So when I got them, I was like, oh my goodness, these are quite large. But they're really handy because they're a great size for sticking on your laptop. So I'm not mad that they're large. I just did not realize what I was getting because, again, don't know how to read. Yeah, I stuck the candy hearts, the cowboy boot, and the fake Goth Girls logo on my laptop. Very good stuff. Okay, back to code. Enough self promo. Back to code. I need to make a podcast command. That's a thing I should do. Okay, so now that we have forgiven ourselves, those goth girls seem dangerously fake. I know they're not real goths and they're not real girls. So I don't know what to tell you. Okay, so we did the par, we did the golf. We're done with the golf. We're 66% complete with this part of the course. That seems pretty goth, actually, 66%. Selecting from many options with switch statements. If you have many options to choose from, use a switch statement. A switch statement tests a value and can have many case statements, which define various possible values. Statements are executed from the first matched case until a break is encountered. Here's an example. Switch lowercase letter. Case A. Console log prints uppercase A. Break. Case B. Console log prints uppercase B. Break. Case values are tested with strict equality. The break tells JavaScript to stop executing statements. If the break is omitted, the next statement will be executed. Okay, what? Statements are executed from the first matched case value until a break is encountered. Okay, I don't feel like I quite understand this sentence yet, but I'm going to read the rest of this to see if it starts making more sense to me. Write a switch statement which tests val and sets answer for the following conditions: 1 alpha, 2 beta, 3 gamma, 4 delta. Case in switch 1 should have a value of the string alpha. So I guess what I'm wondering, if the value is A, console log A. Oh, no, wait, there is no if. Okay, so in case A, console log A, and then do a break. It doesn't, okay, the break tells JavaScript to stop omitting statements, or to stop executing statements. If it's omitted, the next statement will be executed. I guess what I don't understand is, if I'm having a break after the first one, when does it go to the second one? Let's dive in and see if we can figure that out. That's my question. So switch. That. There. Which tests val. Case and switch val. Let answer equal. I don't know if this is right, but we're doing it. Case 1. Nothing feels right. Console.log. Alpha. I can spell that. There. Alpha. Yeah, okay, so that didn't work. Alpha. So this is saying, this is the test. In case 1, val. Okay, well, let's do the second one and see what happens. For fun. For science. And I also don't even know if console.log is correct because they're saying, oh, it sets answer. So maybe I do answer equals the string alpha. And that's okay. That is one equal sign because I'm assigning value to that variable. Spicy. We're getting spicy over here. Okay, yeah. Hey. Those first two worked, so I think this is correct. Okay. So in case 3, answer is equal to gamma. And I'm breaking for some reason. I'm going to Google that right after this because I don't feel like it explained it well enough for my my brain. And 4 is delta. And I don't need to break anymore. Well, I guess I can just for fun. Okay. Yeah, this is not telling me more about breaks. So I'm going to look up JavaScript switch. That is a drag name. Or like a burlesque name. Oh, wait, why not the Mozilla docs? The switch statement evaluates an expression, matching the expression's value against a series of case clauses, and execute the statements after the first one with a matching value until a break is encountered. The default clause will be jumped to if no case matches the value. Okay, so this makes sense to me. Basically, they're checking all the different lines to say, does this match, does this match, does this match, until it's a break. And then what? It stops and does the default. Okay, so papayas. If it's oranges, do that. In the case of mangoes, I guess nothing. In papayas, do that. Oh, mangoes and papayas both have the same output. Okay. Oh, okay. So I guess it's actually separating between case clauses. Not necessarily saying don't keep going after the break, which is what I was reading that as. So case value 1, statements executed when it matches this. Executed when it matches this. Default when it matches none. Looks for the first case. And it evaluates the same as strict comparison. Good to know. Transfers control to that clause. Okay, here we go. You can use break within a switch to break out early, often when all statements between two case clauses have been executed. Execution will continue at the first statement following switch. So if something matches two cases, it will only look at the first one if there's a break. If it's omitted, it will proceed to the next case clause, even to the default clause, regardless of whether that matches. Okay, so basically you need it to separate your different cases. I mean, I want to say functions, but it's cases. Adding a default option. Oh, now we're learning about that. Okay. So you may not be able to specify all possible values as case statements. Instead, you can add the default statement, which will be executed if no matching case statements are found. Think of it like a final else statement in an if-else chain. Okay. Default statement should be the last one. Okay. Write a switch statement to set answer for the following conditions. Switch val switch val case A. So okay, so the case name is the value that val is in that case. Oh my gosh, all the words. Case A, answer equals apple. Should it, oh, return the string. Okay, so it should be a string. And then we'll break. Case B, answer is equal to a bird. Bird. Break. Case C, answer is equal to, C is for cat. So far, I like all these things. Break. Default. If it's default, the answer is stuff. And then I also have to do a break after that one. Nope, didn't work. Okay. You should use a default statement. Do I not? Do I not? Okay, so this didn't work. Why didn't this work? I think it has to do with this. Let answer equals. Let's look at this again. I don't want all this complication. Okay, here we go. In the case of oranges. So is A a string? What I'm confused about is this line, I think. Let answer equals this. Because I feel like like maybe I don't need this here because it's up there. Like maybe it's literally just case A equals apple, because case A apple. Let's see if that does it. Nope. A is not defined. So my next thought is that they need to be in quotes. Okay. Well, now it says B is not defined, so that's at least something. So maybe I'll try answer equals apple. No. Okay. Hint, please. Adding a default option. Yeah, I know. Case A. So it does need to be in quotes, so I'll keep doing that. Quote. And actually that might be something. Yeah, that's it, because it couldn't read through the whole thing if they didn't have quotes. Okay. Didn't have to cheat any further than that. Woo. All right, multiple identical operations in switch statements. Ooh, that sounds complicated. Let's go. Stretch break. Oh, a stretch break. I'm going to make sure I don't have a meeting today. I don't think I do. Okay, I don't. So I can keep going a little longer. Multiple identical options in switch statements. If the break statement is omitted, then the following case statements are executed until a break is encountered. If you have multiple inputs with the same output, you can represent them like this. Let result equals a string, I guess, is what that means. Switch val, case 1, 2, 3. Result is 1, 2, or 3. Oh, okay. So if you have, it was like the one where it's mangoes and papayas. You can do one output for 2 different inputs until the break. Write a switch statement to set answer for the following ranges. Low, mid, high. You will need to have a case statement for each number in the range. Okay. Switch val. Case 1, case 2, case 3, case 3. Answer equals low. Break. Break. Case 4. Answer equals mid. And that's also true for case 5 and case 6. And then a break Q, case 7, case 8, case 9, answer equals high. And a break, I think it's always necessary at the end. Maybe not though. Okay, it's not necessary at the end, but I'm doing it. All right, killing it. 69%, nice. Replacing if-else chains with switch. If you have many options to choose from, a switch statement can be easier to write than many chained if-else-if statements. The following: if value is exactly equal to 1, answer is A. Else if value is equal to 2, it's B. Else C. Can be replaced with switch val. Case 1, answer A. Case 2, answer B. Default, answer C. I mean, I guess that's more simple. It's easier to read as a human being, but I don't know if it's really like, is that what's important about it? Okay, so change the else if statements into a switch statement. Okay, so switch val. Case Bob. Answer equals Marley. Break. Case. Oh, and this one actually indents here. So let's do that. Case 42. And I guess you can also replace, you don't have to do as many equal signs. Wait, let me make sure I'm doing this right. Because, yeah, if the value is 42, then the answer is this, why is it? Okay, it's the same. I'm like, what is English? I've stared at this too much. Answer is a weird word. Break. Did I just do a space instead of an indent here? That's just silly. There we go. In the case, and then yeah, I did a break. So in case of 1, answer equals, there is no number 1. Break. case 99. See, I don't think I have to, if it's a number, like, see how these are green? I think I can just do it as a number instead of a string. So I think that will mess it up. Also, I need a colon. Okay, case 99. Answer equals miss me by this much. Break. And then default. Oh no, wait, that's not the default. It's case 7. Answer equals 8, 9. Because 7, 8, 9. And I'll do break for fun. Let's see if I think I missed anything. You should, oh, right, I forgot to delete these. All right, cool, 70% complete. Returning Boolean values from functions. You may recall from the comparison with the equality operator that all comparison operators return a Boolean true or false value. Sometimes people use an if-else statement to do a comparison like this. Function is equal, except A and B. If A is equals B, return true, else return false. But there's a better way to do this. Since equals returns true or false, we can return the result of the comparison. So instead you have function is equal, takes A and B, return A is equal to B. And that will return a true or false value. Okay. Fix the function is less to remove the if-else statements. So there should be no if-else. Function return if A is greater than B, return true. If A is less than B, return. Did I do that? Yeah, I did it. Sometimes it feels too simple. Return early pattern for functions. When a return statement is reached, the execution of the current function stops and control returns to the calling location. When return is reached, it returns to the calling location. So the above will display the string hello, and then world. The string bye-bye will never display because the function exits at the return statement. Okay. Modify the function A/B test so that if A or B are less than the function 0, the function will immediately exit with the value of undefined. Remember, the undefined is a keyword, not a string. Okay. So it said if, but I don't think it means if statement because it just taught me how to not use if statements for 1,000 years, but maybe I'm wrong. A or B are lower than 0. Return undefined. Okay, this doesn't feel right, but I'm starting with something. So if A or B, I mean, yeah, it's not working. Modify the A/B test. Okay, but what is it doing if it's not returning? Modify the function A/B test. So if A and or B are less than 0, function will immediately exit. Yeah, the thing is, this doesn't have a, like, it says this should return 18. Why? Not, what's happening to the function? Oh, this isn't. Hello. Hello, this is also here. So maybe what I do is if A is greater than 0 or B is greater than 0. Nope. Return undained. What? JavaScript. Not undefined, undained. It says undained. Is that not a thing? Maybe they typoed undefined. Undained. Undeaned. Okay, let's look again. When a return statement is reached, the execution of the current function stops. Control returns to the calling location. So it does need to go here, above this. Modify the function A/B test so that if A or B are less than 0, A is less than 0, B is less than 0. Oh, do I need parentheses? My heart doesn't feel like the pipe is correct. Oh, I spelled it undained. Oh my God. Y'all. Okay. So yeah, my heart doesn't feel like the pipe is correct. And okay, let's look back at when they're declared. See, because they're undeclared, I don't think I actually return. I don't actually put the word undefined. I don't want to open my hint yet. So let me JavaScript return early. Let's see. Wow, the second result is a freeCodeCamp. I think you're on the right track. Thank you. Sultanis, hello. Welcome to the stream. I appreciate you stopping by. How are you doing today? Today I want to talk about one of my favorite tricks for making code a bit more readable. To whomst. Okay, let's see. You often want to check if a condition exists before continuing. Okay. This is not simple enough for my brain. All right, freeCodeCamp, you got me. I'm going to check here. The return early pattern. There's so many reasons to prefer this, blah, blah, blah. Function, will it blend? Okay, I like this example. This is more my speed. If it will blend, else this. Okay. While this seems readable, let us add another condition to verify that the function was indeed called with an object instead of undefined. So if type of some object equals object. I'm good. Good to hear it. How about yourself? I'm doing well. Yeah, we're knocking out some JavaScript Bootcamp today. I took some notes on some of the things that are confusing me, and we're getting to some of the more tricky stuff, which is actually kind of fun because the first half of it is just like, here's how you multiply in JavaScript, and now it's like, hey, do some harder stuff. And that's kind of enjoyable. But yeah, so thanks for asking. I'm having a good time. Yeah. Okay. So they don't, in this one, they don't say undefined at all. So I don't think you actually have to spell it out. I think it's like it returns that value, or it returns the value NaN if it's undefined. Like undefined is a state of being. Also relatable, mood, undefined, same. If it's an object, return false. Nope. There's too many things I don't know. Any goal for learning? Yeah. So, a couple of different things. I work in technical roles, or like technical adjacent roles. I've been working in developer relations for a while. And anything I can do to better understand the folks that I serve, like the developer community, is always a win. But primarily, like my current role involves a lot of work on GitHub, which I'll show you. I'll pull up because it's public, so I can actually share. It's a good time. So this is the Camunda Community Hub. I work for a company called Camunda, and it's basically all of our community's different projects and extensions and things that are related to our product that are available for anyone to contribute to. So I would love to be able to either like actually contribute to some of this code, which don't look at how little of it is in JavaScript. That's unrelated. But either contribute to it or just generally create some tools to help this community grow and be maintained. So like we have some templates, like we had some Maven issues and I don't know how to do any of that, right? Like that's a little beyond me. And granted, I'm not learning Java, but just being more technical will help me be able to debug some of this stuff a little bit more. And then, yeah, like I'm learning with freeCodeCamp because I did their web design certification previously. And the next course was this JavaScript one that is JavaScript algorithms and data structure. So now we're on this one. And I think this will be good. Their courses are really good and free, so it's easy to stream as well. But then, yeah, so after JavaScript, we have front-end development libraries, visual data visualization, and so on and so forth. The first language I learned was Python, and eventually we get to like some cool data science stuff with Python. And I think that could be really interesting with the community hub, pulling some stats and like making some cool stuff happen. And then I also help run the Camunda forums, and there's just like infinite data there. So I feel like there's a lot of potential with creating some cool plugins for that. So it's kind of work related for me, trying to both serve my community better and also like find cool ways to integrate code into my job, make my job easier. Wonderful. Yeah, thank you for asking. It's always fun to talk about. And I will say, like, even though I'm not technical and I haven't been the whole time I've been in DevRel, people are so friendly when you're like, yeah, I'm kind of learning. Like, I guess I'm not at the point where I have any strong feelings about like frameworks or anything. So no one's yelling at me for like, why are you doing this in, well, one time I got a comment that was like, why are you doing this in vanilla JavaScript? I'm like, cause that's the way the course is. But you know, no one's like, you're doing this wrong. They're just excited that you're learning, and so am I. So it's a good place to be. So yeah, algorithms and data structures. Woo. So what I'm working on right now is the return early pattern, which is when return is in the function, it will never display the last thing. The function exits the return statement. So what I'm trying to do is modify this function so that if A or B are less than 0, the function will immediately exit with the value of undefined. Like, can I just do return? No. So I don't think the pipes are correct. Like, that didn't feel right when I was doing it. I'm going to look at the hint. Oh, it should return a number. It should return 8. It should return undefined. It should return undefined. Is it because I don't want to read the math equation? Is that why this is happening to me? So it says return math.round, math.pow, math. I'm assuming square root. Yeah, I ain't doing the math. I'm getting a hint. We need to modify the function of AB, blah, blah. Oh, okay, I'm on the right path. We add in the body of a simple if statement. Yeah, pipes are there. Return undefined. Okay, so you actually do write undefined in the function. It doesn't like my pipes. Do you see that's like, unexpected token. Unexpected token. So let me look at this again. So I put a parentheses there. And it wants 1. I have no idea what developer relations entails, but can understand the idea of learning to better understand the people you are communicating with. Yeah. Developer relations is kind of an umbrella for a whole lot of different stuff. So I have coworkers who travel to conferences and give talks or do workshops. I have people on my team that make online content. I have people on my team that run meetup groups across the world that help with our champions program. And then I'm doing stuff like helping run this GitHub community, helping with the forums, and helping with our open source community. So it can encompass a whole lot of different things. Oh, and we have developer experience as well that falls under DevRel for us. So that includes like docs and things like that. But yeah, like the closer my work is to serve developers, so I should probably understand what their problems are and like why they're using our product and things like that. That's kind of the idea for me. I think it'll make me stronger at my job, and you know, I can usually talk the talk enough to get by, but I would love to go to a conference and, you know, feel like I'm not faking it. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm going to a conference probably next month, and I'm like, let's hope I know enough about the product. Okay. There we go. That works. So I just had the parentheses in the wrong place. Let me think about that. Okay. It kind of makes sense. I guess they're all one thing rather than like if this or that, the or goes inside. We'll see if I remember that. 72%. Counting cards. Ooh. In the casino game Blackjack, a player can determine whether they have an advantage on the next hand over the house by keeping track of the relative number of high and low cards remaining in the deck. This is called card counting. I do know about this. I also know that casinos don't like it. So that's my advice to you. I mean, not that I'm on Team Casino either. Having more high cards remaining in the deck favors the player. Each card is assigned a value according to the table below. When the count is positive, the player should bet high. When the count is 0 or negative, the player should bet low. You will write a card counting function. It will receive a card parameter, which can be a number or a string, an increment or decrement. Oh, wow, that's a new word for me. Math words. The global count variable according to the card's value, see table. The function will then return a string with the current count and the string bet or hold. The current count and the player's decision should be separated by a single space. Hint, do not reset count to 0. Do not return an array. Wasn't even thinking about it. Do not include quotes in the output. Okay. Let's see. So this takes the card number. That's what this input is. CC for card count. Takes the card argument. Let's just start with an if statement and we can always change it later. So if card I feel like this actually is a switch statement because of all the different cases. Because what we're doing is these. So do I still have my switch? Here we go, switch. Switch card. Nope. There we go. No, this isn't right either because because these are different cases, but it's changing the value every time, right? So when I have 2, my count goes up 1. But then when I have 3 after that, my count goes up again. Then when I have 7, my count goes down, or it stays neutral. When I have a K, it goes down. When I have an ace, it goes down. So, okay, let's go back to the if statement. If card equals, and maybe this is an or thing again, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Count plus 1. Do I do a return? Not return. Not reset count. If card is one of these, do that. Unexpected token, unexpected parentheses. I don't think you're going to like this no matter what I do. Because I don't feel like that's right. We're close. Like, I think my logic is right. I just don't think I know what they're looking for. So let's see. It will receive a card parameter, which can be a number or a string. An increment or decrement the global count variable. The function will then return a string. Oh, that's right. So return if count is greater than or equal to, or is greater than 1. Return the string is bet. So if it's a positive count, you want to bet. And else if count, or I'll do else return hold. Oh, and it will return the current count. So return count plus the string bet, and this is that. And they should be separated by a single space. Okay, that's something. But this is still wrong up here. Let's see. If card is this, then your function should return a value for count and the text with 1 space character. Okay, do not include string quotes in the out. Okay. So where I'm stuck is, okay, if the card is one of these values, return count plus 1. Maybe it is a switch statement. It is a switch statement. You know why? Because, where's the example? Because of these two. It produces the same output. So I just need to not do breaks between all these. So what this is going to be is switch. Where's the one that made more sense to me? Where's the mangoes? So is a switch card. Yeah, the value of card is, do I need a, yeah, I need a brace. So in case 2 and case 3, end case 4, end case 5, end case 6. Count plus 1. Add 1 to the count. And then also break. The break goes there. Let's see if it likes that. Unexpected token. Doesn't like this first line, but it looks the same as this. If the card is 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6, plus 1. All right, let's just write more cases. I think that might be part of it too, because I don't have a default, right? Like, so I think it's that thing where I have to write them all. So if it's 7, wait, do I need it? I'm putting my my colon in the wrong spot. That could be part of it. Syntax, man. Okay, yes, now it's less mad at me. So in case 7, in case 8. Oh my gosh, stop it. In case 8 and case 9. Case 9. We are. I mean, we're not doing anything, so I'll just do count plus 0 just so that there's something there. And then break. And then in case 10, case the string J, case string Q, and then case string K, case string A. So in this one, we're doing count minus 1. I think I figured that out too. It's count is equal to count plus 1. Count is equal to, because I need the variable, right? Okay, so do all those. Then this doesn't go here. Then if the count is greater than 1, return bet. If it's not, return hold. Okay, if count expected parentheses. So do I do that? Only unexpected token. I love when they're just like, hey, you want some complicated problems all of a sudden? We know we only made you change one character in the last exercise, but okay, so I think this whole part is correct. I feel good about that. Do I need maybe like an equal sign? Let me read this again. If the count is positive, the function will then return a string with the current count if the count is positive. So yeah, it would be equal to also. And then if it's negative, return that. else. Let me look at those else statements again. If this, return this. If this, return. Or should I be doing it in the switch statement? Interesting. Let's see. Nope, that's nothing. It's not a, okay. Oh, okay. I think I might have just forgotten the curly braces here. And the if. And the semicolon. And the... I may have just forgotten how to code at all. Does this go on the same line? Goodness gracious. Else if this. Okay, see, yeah, I don't need an if because I'm just, if anything else, then it's that. Okay. Okay, so now some of these worked and some of these didn't. Okay, we can work with that. So card 2, 3, 4. So 7, 8, 9 should return 0 hold. So that one worked because this is 0. I think what it's not doing is holding the value of all of them as we're, so like it's like, oh, 2, that means the count is 3, or yeah, is 1. Oh, 3, that means the count is 1 instead of carrying the value. So let's try this again. Let count equal 0. Function, you should consult your equals notes. Oh, is that what I did again? Converts operands of different types. Considers operands to be of different types to be different. 1 is only used to assign value. Nuh-uh, I did it entirely correctly. Okay, well that made an error happen, so that maybe that one wasn't it. hold, I'm looking. Oh yeah, I did 2 equals when this should be 1 because I'm assigning a value, right? Oh my goodness, are these equal signs going to be the death of me? Thank you for the hint. Goodness gracious. I want to look at this again. Yeah, I'm so excited about equal signs that now I'm just putting them everywhere. Do not return an array. I can't, like, my thought was not, let's make this more complicated. Okay. Build JavaScript objects. Oh, damn. That feels like a big thing. The word objects. You may have heard the term object before. I mean, this is a silly sentence. If you're an English speaker, you've heard the word object before. It's time, objects, baby. That's right. Object-oriented programming. Woo. I was talking to my boss yesterday about like my JavaScript learning journey, and she mentioned like, oh yeah, like TypeScript. You use TypeScript when you're trying to do, oh God, how did whatever. She said it and it made me realize why it was called TypeScript. And I had that moment where like you're reading a book and someone says like the name of the book in the book and you're like, whoa, like my mind was blown. And then I felt silly that I'd never thought about it. You just hear the word TypeScript, you're like, yeah, I accept that as a programming thing. Got it. Okay, build JavaScript objects. You may have heard the term object before. Objects are similar to arrays, except instead of using indexes to access and modify their data, you access the data in objects through what are called properties. Objects are useful for storing data in a structured way and can represent real-world objects like a cat. Here is a sample cat object. Const cat. Name, whiskers. Legs, 4. Tails, 1. Enemies, water, dogs. Good. In this example, all the properties are stored as strings, such as name, legs, and tails. However, you can also use numbers as properties. You can even omit the quotes for single word string properties as followed. Single word string properties. Oh, okay. So like they didn't put quotes around make, but they did put quotes around model. This seems like a bad consistency. However, if your object has any non-string properties, JavaScript will automatically typecast them as strings. Does that mean... Okay, so it says 5 as a value, but it's going to convert it into a string in the way JavaScript reads it. Make an object that represents a dog called my dog, okay? Which contains the properties name, a string, legs, legs, tails, and friends. I like that cats has enemies and dogs has friends. You can set these to whatever values you want as long as name is a string, legs and tails are numbers, and friends is an array. Okay. Well, I have a dog named Miles. You may have just heard him bark. He do that sometimes. So Miles, he has 4 legs. Most dogs do, sometimes fewer. Number of tails, he has 1. Friends. Oh gosh, what is Miles like? Rope, toy. Treats. And Funkle is obviously besties. All right. I'm kind of sad. I don't want to leave my cute dog array or my cute dog object. But along we must go. Accessing object properties with dot notation. Oh, Lord. That just sounds boring to me. We'll see how it is, though. There are 2 ways to access the properties of an object, dot notation and bracket notation, similar to an array. Dot notation is what you use when you know the name of the property you're trying to access ahead of time. Here's a sample using dot notation to read an object's property. Const my object equals prop1, prop2. Const my object. So prop1 val is my object dot prop1. Okay, so it grabs this and it grabs this, and then we'll define that variable. Okay. Read in the property values of test object using dot notation. Set the variable hat value to equal hat and shirt value to equal shirt. Okay. So hat value equals test object dot hat and test object dot shirt. Easy. I'm gonna do a couple more and then wrap it up because I just realized it's already 2 p.m. and I have mostly been programming today, which is I mean that's not bad, but I have other work to do. You know, this is the fun part of my day. Accessing object properties with bracket notation. The second way is bracket notation. If the property has a space in its name, you have to use bracket notation. Oh, that's annoying. However, you can still use bracket notation on objects without spaces. Then it seems like you should just really remember this one because you can use it for both. So here's a sample. My object bracket space name will return Kirk. And more space will return Spock. No space, USS Enterprise. Note that property names and spaces with them must be in quotes, single or double. Okay. So entree value test object bracket and entree. Oh no, oh no. I have an appointment at 3 as well, a different appointment, in case you forgot. I'm getting my hair cut. So actually it's test obj, not dot. I want to do a dot all the time. Dot is easier. And then I have to make this a quote. An entree. Yeah, you are. We talked about it earlier, but I think you were half asleep. Which is not a value judgment, because I would be too. Okay, wait. Oh, I picked the wrong one because I was talking. The drink, not water. There we go. Accessing object properties with variables. Another use of bracket notation on objects is to access a property which is stored as the value of a variable. This can be very useful for iterating through an object's properties or when accessing a lookup table. I've heard the word lookup table before. Here's an example of using a variable to access a property. Dogs, Fido, Hunter, Snoopy. My dog, Hunter. String Doberman would be displayed. Note that we do not use quotes around it when using it to access the property, because we are using the value of the variable, not the name. What? We do not use quotes around the variable name when using it to access the property. Okay. But I did last time. So that's going to be great to remember. Okay. Set the player number variable to 16. Here we go. 16. 1, 6. Then use the variable to look up the player's name and assign it to player. I think in this case it would be player number. Yep. Updating object properties. After you've created an object, you can update its properties at any time, just like you would update any other variable. You can use dot or bracket notation. For example, let's look at our dog. A camper, 4 legs, 1 tails. Everything is friends. Since he's a particularly happy dog, let's change this name to the string happy camper. Here's how we'll update it. Our dog.name equals happy camper. Our dog brackets name happy camper. Okay. So now we're changing the dog's name from Coder to Happy Coder. So it would be my dog. And I'm going to do brackets because I feel like brackets are easier for me to forget. And in brackets, I always have to do quotes, is my understanding. Equals Happy Coder. Oh, and a semicolon always. When in doubt, semicolon. Add new properties to a JavaScript object. You can add new properties to existing JavaScript objects the same way you would modify them. Here's how we add bark to our dog. Our dog's bark is bow wow, or our dog bark bow wow. Okay, add a bark property. My dog in the middle of the street. My dog. He is oh so sweet. And set it to a dog sound such as woof. When I do Miles's bark, I do like arf 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 arf. So I'll do arf arf. Sweet. You can also delete properties like this. Delete our dog.bark, okay? Delete my dog.tails. That's kind of sinister. Okay, objects can be thought of as a key/value storage, like a dictionary. If you have tabular data, you can use an object to look up values. rather than a switch statement or an if-else chain. This is most useful when you know your input data is limited to a certain range. Here's an example of a simple reverse alphabet lookup. Const alpha 1 z, 2 y, 3 x, etc. 26a. Const third letter 2 would be y. Last letter would be string c, and value lookup is y. Convert the switch statement into an object called lookup. Use it to look up val and assign the associated string to the result variable. Okay. Convert the switch statement into an object. I'm going to go back to the previous lesson to refer to it. Hey, we're getting close to the end here. Okay, so you define an object with const. Let's do const lookup equals squiggly. Okay. Use it to look up val. Val? So I think like I know how to do half of this. So like alpha is going to be atoms, right? That's how I'm going to format all these. It's just put them in. I wish I could spell. Wow. Okay, there. And then I'll just put these all in and then we'll worry about the rest of it. Bravo is Boston. Boston. Charlie equals Chicago. Delta equals Denver. And then Echo equals easy. And finally, Foxtrot equals Frank. Okay. So that's my object. I'm going to delete all these. Sorry, all these. So what I'm confused by is use it to look up val. Function phonetic lookup of val. Where val is not in here. So I feel like we're missing something. Oh, and this is wrong. There we go. Convert all these to colons instead of equal sign because I'm silly. This is an object, not a variable. All right. Ah, and I need commas too. That's what it's telling me. That's what it's telling me. That's not a comma. That's a comma. Do I put one on the last one? No. Is that it? No. Didn't think so. So phonetic lookup Charlie. Phonetic lookup Val. Where does that go? was adding new properties. Let me go back and see if they give me a hint in like the plain, the normal filled objects. So accessing properties with variables. Another use of bracket notation is to access a property which is stored as the value of a variable. Const my breed equals dogs my dog. So, okay. I think this is, I think it goes under here. So in this one, that's a new variable. Equals lookup. Oh, have a good rest of the day. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. I'll be at your stream this evening. That's right. Coding Vibe streams Tuesdays and Thursdays as well. A small little shout out to my good friend, my life partner, my JavaScript guru, Coding Vibe. Okay. Const val. Assign the associated string to result. So I think this is result. And then look up is val. I don't think this is right. Yeah, no. Okay, let's see. Result has already been declared. True. It's down there. Or let result equal this. And I can't change that. So result equals lookup val. I mean, I can't declare it. What? Hold on. Didn't think that would be right. Result equals let result is okay. I think this just means result is a string. Result equals lookup val. Why does that work when val is not defined anywhere else? I'm gonna look at their example right quick. If I like look up. Oh, it's defined up there. I'm so stupid. Let's see. I got stuck for several hours. What did I do wrong? Change the val, variable val to var lookup. Yeah, because they required that. This answer works. Okay. Can you explain why that's necessary? Yeah, you got it right. The reason for that is to create an empty string. This is where the return result statement actually returns the results. Okay. Well, I think we got it enough. I'm going to call it done for the day. Wait, let's see how far we got. No. I lost it because I already submitted it. Rip. Well, we are 90 out of 113. Hold, I have a calculator. We are 79% through, almost 80% through this course. I feel pretty good about that. And I appreciate y'all helping me, sticking with me. I'm going to throw it to somebody who is streaming code right now. So let me just browse. But while I do that, let's talk about more stream plans. So I'm planning to be live on Tuesdays and Thursdays for the foreseeable future around the same time. Hopefully I'll be able to have a longer stream than, long enough to really dive in there. And yeah, that's going on for at least through this course, which will be through mid to late October. It might be after that because I also kind of want to stream some Hacktoberfest stuff as a maintainer, as a community manager who's trying to help our open source community participate in Hacktoberfest, all that kind of stuff. So let's see. I think who is on that I know. I'm going to switch y'all over to InstaFluff. InstaFluff is streaming a chill work sesh / hangout. Right, channel, InstaFluff. InstaFluff. And InstaFluff does a lot of really cute like Twitch extensions and such. Generally positive, cozy vibes. So I figure that kind of goes with what we're doing here. And it looks like InstaFluff today is also working on JavaScript. So, 10 out of 10. It is related. So yeah, have a good time over there. Let them know that I sent you. I will hang out in the chat for a little bit as well. And yeah, if you have any other suggestions for me about what you want to see streamed, anything like that, I'm still getting back in the groove, but I'm really having fun with it. So just let me know. Other plugs for me. I have a podcast. It's called Fake Goth Girls. You can click the link in my About Me, or you can go to fakegothgirls.com. I have a Twitter. I post on there a lot. I have an Instagram. I don't post on there as much. But yeah, that's generally it. I hope you all have such a great rest of the day. Thank you for hanging out. Hi, Corrigan. I see you. I see you with the heart. I can't tell you how much I appreciate people coming by. It just means a lot. So have a good rest of the day and keep it cute. Bye.
It analyzes mi amor. Thank you so much for the raid. How is you doing? Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. It's the testing ground. Can we get a shout out? Hold on. I got this. Wop. Mi amor is here. Wabam. Everyone check out Mi amor. If you haven't already, you gotta. More coding streams. Super awesome. Happy Thursday. We're talking about one of my startups where I sold we sold basically the startup, but it wasn't like the startup company, it was the product. But yeah, we built I built a phishing email simulation